Now, in a recent interview here on Morning Live, the Progressive Student Movement expressed their concerns about the Department of Basic Education and they declared war against them. The movement alleged that the department is exploiting poor learners and that the MEC of the Department of Education in the Northwest Province, Wendy Matsemele, should resign with immediate effect. Kabelo Nthekiso, who is the Secretary General of the Progressive Student Movement, added that many schools in Northwest are suffering and they've kicked off the new year without any learning material. In his interview here on Morning Live, Nthekiso said that the Department of Basic Education feeds false information to the Congress of South African Students, which is Cosas, and that they will not mislead them. Joining us this morning is Modibane, Deputy President of Cosas. We're also joined by John Macheke, who is the Secretary of Cosas in the Northwest. But welcome to Morning Live.
Oh no, Modibane, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for coming through. Let me just start with you, Why do you see the need to respond to what the movement has said?
No, thank you very much. But we strongly believe that as an organization, statement uttered by PSM, it's not relevant because they cannot be saying or in fact calling the name of the MEC on national television, claiming that learners are being suppressed in the province of Northwest and other provinces involved in their statements.
Let me just bring John here. Are learners suppressed in the Northwest?
No, in Northwest, learners, textbook has been delivered. There is no learners which are being oppressed. We have been dealing with Department of Education. All the issues that affect learners in Northwest are being resolved.
All right, but you're saying that all learner material have been delivered
at all
schools?
Yes, 100% textbooks have been delivered. It's 100%. Now, we must understand that textbooks spend 5 years. Now, in this year, we are not delivering textbook. We are only doing top-ups. The department was doing top-ups. We went to the department. They gave us a clear report, and we went and visited schools. In all our schools.
Did you visit all the schools that he mentioned on this interview?
Yes, we mentioned all the schools that he mentioned.
What did you find upon arrival?
Textbooks were delivered, books were delivered in schools, stationery, the schools are running properly.
But why do you think he would come to national television and make such allegations that are not true?
The problem is that they don't do their own investigation. They just come on television so people can see them that they are representing learners, but they are misleading our own learners.
All right. Do you know this movement, PSM?
Yes, I do.
You do know it?
Yes.
Because we're also speaking to Elijah Mhlanga, who was saying that he's never heard of the movement before. What is the cooperation perhaps between Cosas and that movement?
We do not have any relations with them, and they are just an organization outside the education sector because there's never been a platform whereby we had a discussion with them or a platform created by the Department of Education involving them as an organization to partake in. So we just hear of this organization on the streets. Hence, we are saying that they are picking points whereby they feel that they are necessary for them to use to their advantage.
But why would they deem it necessary for them to use such platforms?
Because it must be understood, whenever there's an issue within an education sector, like for example, us as Cosas, we then make means of meeting with the relevant stakeholders from the Department of Education in resolving the matter. Now, on the issue of Northwest, we've never seen or heard that PSM has ever requested to meet perhaps maybe with the office of the MEC to then try to resolve.
But they say they went out to do their investigations and that is what they found.
No, but
why are you refuting what they say?
I'm refusing on the basis that we've never seen them. In fact, we've also done our investigation and there's never been a school that has confirmed that they've been there doing the investigations. Okay. Now we wonder where are they getting the information, because each and every time whenever they post their posts on Facebook claiming that they'll be visiting certain schools there, we also make a follow-up. We check whether were they there. We also make means of going there also, so that maybe we're able to pick up some of these points whatsoever they're speaking about. So we've never seen them there.
And they say that the Department of Education feeds false information to your organization, Cosas. How do you respond to that?
No, it's a lie. That's absolute lie, because whenever we meet with the Department of Education, that's when we raise our concerns. Now, we would at all the times expect the Department of Education to respond accurately so. And we would also task the Department of Education to make a certain investigation on a certain matter arising so that they are able to give us an adequate response. So there's never been a platform or a point whereby a Department of Education has ever responded to us with lies.
So what do you think the way forward is? Are you prepared to engage them maybe?
No, we're not prepared to engage them.
Why not?
What we're saying...
Because you're saying that you've also done your investigations based on their investigations. So isn't it better maybe for you guys to come together to discuss these issues further?
We strongly believe that there's a sense of immaturity because we would never take chances of sitting down with people who at first are trying to ruin our names of leaders of the country. Because if you can check some of their statements, they are saying the minister and the MECs must resign. Now, how do we then come to conclusion of sitting down and discuss these matters with people who are focusing on resignations
okay.
of...
No, just hold a thought right there, because we've run out of time here on SABC too. But thank you so much for joining us. The interview will continue on Channel 404. You have yourself a beautiful day.
Okay, no, thank you very much. Thank you.